If you're going to take a look at the MOOE, this is coming from the page of Dare to Ask. If you're going to take a look at the MOOE of the House of Representatives, tumataas naman talaga yan. Pero grabe ang pagtaas ng MOOE nila sa fiscal year 2022, 2023, and 2024. And ang problem dito, okay, just like what we saw doon sa 2022 na fiscal year, doon kasama sa deliberation yung MOOE kung paano nila ginastos, yung kay Lord Alan Velasco, to be fair with him, kasama yan sa proposal nila doon sa kanilang original budget until naaprubahan siya at naging GAA. But for 2023 and 2024, agay ng pinakita ko sa inyo, okay, their additional budget here is not part of the proposal. Pero, ayan, 16.34 yung proposal nila. Ang final budget nila naging 33.67. Meron silang 17.32 billion na dinagdag sa sarili nilang budget na hindi dineliberate. OOE. Ngayon, bakit ba ito importante? Kasi billion-billion yung at their disposal na pera. Pagkatapos po, because of resolution number 10, this is the resolution signed by the House of Representatives and the Senate, the way that they are going to expend the MOOE ay magpipirma lang sila na, yeah, we spent this amount for travel. We spent this amount for kinembular. Now, we engaged Ping Lacson on this. Na bakit ganyan? Bakit ayaw nyo maglabas ng resibo kung paano nyo ginagastos ang MOOE? Lalo na bilyon-bilyon pera yan. It's not supposed to be confidential. Bakit kayo nagbibigay sa mga sarili-sarili nyo ng pera na hindi man lang nadideliberate? 'Di ba? Okay. So yan po yung kino-question ng mga kagaya ko, ni Sas Rogando Sasot, and si Dare to Ask. Dare to Ask actually created her page, okay? Dare to Ask created her page precisely because of this, precisely because of how the legislature is spending their money. Yan yung dahilan kaya nagkaroon ng page tuloy sa Dare to Ask. Inisa-isa niya yung lahat. Up until now, the House of Representatives is not answering our question. 2023 pa namin yan, 2024, 2023 pa namin pinag-uusapan yan. Kaya nga namin sinasabi, hindi nyo pera yan. Mag-liquidate kayo. Asaan ang resibo? Ayan. So, grabe yung ano, no? Pasensya na kayo kasi nakakatulog talaga ako ng gabi. Dahil nga, siguro dahil busy, nagbago yung aking ano, no? Kagabi magkausap kami ni Sas. Tapos, sabi ko, matutulog lang ako saglit. Ganyan-ganyan, yayain ko mag-live. Nagchichikahan kami kagabi, mga bandang 11:00. Tapos, mga 11:30, nag-disconnect siya. Ayan, so sabi ko, ano ang tawag dito? Yayain ko siya mag-live mamaya. Tapos dire-diretso na yung tulog ko. Ayan, okay. So, nakita yung aking mata, busog na busog sa tulog. Ayan. Ayan, sana all. Ayan, okay. Anyway, ang tawag dito, batiin ko lang yung mga, bago tayo mag-chikahan ng bonggang-bongga, batiin ko lang yung ating mga first honor na nandito, no? Hello kay Jupao Gasol. First honor natin ngayon. Yes, Joshua Minyeke. Hello. Happy New Year po sa inyo. Miss Joey, dahil sa maingay ka, lalo ngayon, pinagpapiyastahan ka na naman ng mga timpangit, lalo na yung kumakain ka ng saging kahapon. Lagi naman po akong kumakain ng saging. Yung timpangit talaga, no? Yung timpangit wala nang magawa sa buhay. Parang, huy, nasa 2026 GAA na kami. Alpot pa rin ang issue ninyo. 'Di ba? Well, 2026 are going to bring a lot of changes, ano? One of the things that we are going to undertake is to make sure that this kind of people will stop doing what they are doing. So, hindi kasi kasi ang nangyayari, because we allow them to just, kasi freedom, di ba? Sige, sabihin niyo yung mga gusto niyo sabihin, ganyan. But these people are becoming really, really abusive. And talagang grabe na yung nila, no? Grabe na yung kanilang mga pambabalahura. And even the children of Miss Jazz are being harassed. Miss Jazz Egan is being sexually harassed, objectified online by certain individuals. And they are breaching the line. And so hindi naman kasi porket binibigyan kayo ng space sa social media at hindi kayo masyadong pinapansin, hindi ibig sabihin na okay lang yon. Now, I hope you continue what you're doing because, there will be consequences. That's for sure. There will be consequences. At uunahin natin lahat ng mga nandito sa Pilipinas, ganyan. Ngayon, kung ang excuse ninyo ay nagre-retaliate lang kayo dahil kayo ay binabarda din, ganyan-ganyan, well, we will know which is the legal barda and the illegal barda. 'Di ba? Magkakaalaman tayo dyan. So, wait lang kayo. Wait lang kayo because the time of reckoning will come. Ayan. And, sobra na, grabe na yung mga ginagawa nitong mga, hindi mo na maintindihan what are you really fighting for? 'Di ba? Ano ba talaga yung mga pinaglalaban ninyo? Ganon. They hate their lives so much that they have to talk about the lives of other people. Ayan. So I suggest when you see these people, when you see these individuals, you ask them, pangalanan ninyo kung sino yung pinag-uusapan ninyo. Okay? Ipalabas niyo sa kanilang mga bibig mismo. Sino ba yung tinutukoy yung libag? Sino ba yung tinutukoy yung alpot? Ayan. Parang sa mga sinasabi ninyo, yung tinutukoy yung libag, yung tinutukoy yung Kelly, si ganito yan eh. Ayan, okay. So identify the people that they are talking about in codes, write it down, and, because these are important. Okay, so yun na lang yung masasabi ko sa inyong lahat. Yun na lang masasabi ko sa inyong lahat. And sige, ituloy nyo lang yung ginagawa ninyo. Ituloy nyo lang yan because there are going to be consequences. Ayun. Okay? And, hindi naman yan yung reason kung bakit ako nag-live today. The reason why I am doing live at this time, kasi mamaya kasi busy ng lahat, ganyan. I'm not so sure kung makaka-live ako mamayang gabi, ganyan. But I really wanted to talk about this because this is very important, okay? For a very long time, we had been talking about liquidation via certification in the House of Representatives, okay? We had been talking about how our money handled by the House of Representatives is being spent like there is no limit. Okay? So, kagaya po ng lahat ng ahensya sa buong Pilipinas ng ating gobyerno, ang House of Representatives po ay mayroong budget. Okay? Ang House of Representatives po ay mayroong budget. Okay? So, ang House of Representatives ay taong-taong nagkakaroon ng pera at nagkakaroon ng budget. Ngunit sa nakaraang taon kung saan ang presidente ay si Bongbong Marcos, may mga pagtaas ng budget ng House of Representatives na hindi maipaliwanag. Okay? Ayan, okay? So if you're going to see it here, ito yung mga data na this was posted by SAS and we had been discussing this for a very, very long time. So if you are a long-time follower of ours, makakasabay kayo dito sa conversation na to because this table is something that we have shown over and over again. Okay, so this is a comparison of the budget of the House of Representatives year after year. For this table, we have a data for 2011, 2013, 2017, 2019, 2020, and 2022. Okay? Let's compare it to 2023, 2024, and 2025. So 2011 and 2013, these are Pinoy time, Ang speaker nitong mga panahon na to ay si Feliciano Belmonte. Okay? Siyang Speaker of the House. And if we're going to look at the budget of the House of Representatives, they have a budget, in 2011, they have a budget of 4.67. Yan yung proposed na budget. Yan yung proposed. So, yan rin yung, malamang, yan yung nasa Yan rin yung, that's their initial budget. Yan yung house version ng budget nila. Okay? Ngayon, the Senate agreed with their budget, 4.67, ganyan. And then, ang lumabas sa final budget, yung pinirmahan ng presidente na budget, is 5.28 billion pesos. So, there is a change of 610 million. So, after ng nagkaroon ng BICAM, okay? After na nagkaroon ng BICAM, 610 million ang naidagdag sa budget. Okay? Now, we have just to follow yung ganyang klaseng movement ng budget dito sa table na to. For example, for 2013, makikita ninyo, for 2013, nagsimula ang budget at 5.86, walang binago si Senate, Pero ang napunta sa GAA naging 6.36. So ibig sabihin, nadagdagan ng 500 million na budget after ng BICAM. Okay? Alam naman natin ang BICAM before, okay? Ang mga bicameral deliberation ng budget, masikreto, madugo, hindi natin alam kung ano nangyayari. So ngayon, nakakapagtaka na magkakaroon ng changes sa budget ng House of Representatives nang hindi na-deliberate in public. Hindi natin alam, walang nagtatanong, hindi natin alam kung saan napupunta ang budget, kung paano nila ginagastos. Ayan. 2017, panahon na to ni Digong. Panahon na to ni Tatay Digong, ni PRRD. Ang budget ng House ay 9.68 billion. Sa Senate, 9.68 din. Okay? Ang final, 9.68 din. So anong ibig sabihin nito? Noong 2017, unang taon na Pangulo ni PRRD, unang budget under the PRRD administration, transparent ang budget ng House of Representatives. And this is something that Pantaleon Alvarez should be very, very proud of, ano? Kahit pa sabihin natin na ang dami-daming issue na binabato kay Pantaleon Alvarez, nag-away pa sila ni Inday Sara. You know, but Pantaleon Alvarez, it looks like his budget is very, very transparent. Kung ano ang diniliberate sa House, kung ano ang diniliberate sa Senate, yun ang lumabas sa GAA. There is zero insertion in the budget of the House of Representatives. In 2019, okay, in 2019, GMA was the House Speaker, okay? Ang budget was 12 billion, 12.74 billion. That was the budget in the House, that was the budget in the Senate, okay? The final budget, there was a 10 million insertion, okay? And the House Speaker at that time was Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Okay. Well, it's 10 million, you know, it can easily be justified, but there is a 10 million insertion during that time. Still, we do not know how that 10 million was used. Okay. But, you know, GMA can always justify that. But the question there is that, why was it not included during the House version and in the Senate version? Okay. Nung time ni Lord Alan Velasco, okay, 14 billion ang budget, naging 15.8 billion. Almost 1.8 billion ang nadagdag sa budget ng House of Representatives after the BICAM. Okay? After the BICAM. So this is something that Lord Alan Velasco also has to explain, ano? Kasi parang bakit padagdagan niya ng ganyan after the deliberation. Okay? In the next year, okay, wala yung 2021 dito sa data na to but this is still Lord Alan Velasco, no? But in 2022 national budget, Lord Alan Velasco had no insertion during the BICAM. Okay? So at this point, ang budget is at 21.57 billion ng House of Representatives. Okay? That's a huge budget at that time. But anyway, this looks like very transparent because there's no zero insertion. And there's no zero insertion in the budget of the House of Representatives, okay? But that's a huge budget in 2021, okay? That's a huge budget in 2021. But anyway, eto na ngayon ang mga questionableng mga pangyayari. In 2023, so 2023 is the House of Representative budget under Bongbong administration, under BBM administration. Of course, this is the House of Representative is an independent institution. Kumbaga, desisyon nila ito. But of course, dahil sa koneksyon ni Martin Romualdez sa presidente, it cannot be helped na yung mga hocus-pocus dito sa budget ng House of Representative is very syndicated, it's very concerted. Kasi hindi yan mangyayari kung hindi papayagan ng presidente. But let us look at the budget here. So in 2022, we started with 21.57 billion budget. Okay? In 2023, the proposed budget of the House of Representatives is 15.97 billion. Nung pagdating sa Senado, na-increasean pa to, naging 16 billion. Okay? 300 million increase. Okay? Ang final budget, okay, was 28.1 billion. Okay? 28.01 billion. There is a 75% increase in the budget sa version ng Senate, sa version ng House. Okay? Ibig sabihin, 12.01 billion pesos ang nadagdag sa budget ng House of Representatives from the original proposed budget of 15.97. 12 billion budget that was not known to all of us kung kung saan gagamitin. Ayan, okay? 2024, 12.5 billion again ang idinagdag 9.86 billion, not 96. 9.6 siguro yung sabi ko. Ano ba yan? 9.68 billion. 2017, no? 2017. 9.68 billion. Okay. So ngayon, yung 2024, yung final budget nila, 28.69 from the proposed na 16.17 billion. So 12.5 billion ang nadagdag naman sa 2024 na budget ng House of Representatives from the original 9.68, not 96. Okay nga, oo nga, 9.68. Oo, 2017, 9.68. Ayan, 9.68 billion. Ayun naman, nakikita naman siya. Okay? So, ang magpe-prevail parate kung ano ang nakasulat. Flying by aviation. Okay? Ayan, parang inaatake ng pagka-OCC, flying by. Ayan na, kailangan natin sabihin. 9.68 billion, 2017, House Chamber version ng budget. Ayan, okay ka na? Nakamot na ba yung itch? Ayan. Sobrang OC naman ng iba. Ayun. Ayan, 9.68. Okay. Okay. So, ayan. Ang pagdating ng 2025, okay, from the 16.34 original proposed budget, naging 33.67 billion ito. Okay? Ibig sabihin, merong 17.32 billion na dinagdag sa budget ng House of Representatives. The 17.32 billion, we do not know. Wala namang nagtatanong sa House of Representatives kung paano nila ginagamit ang ano nila, ang pera nila. Hindi naman sila nadi-deliberate. Hindi naman sila nako-question. Sino ang nag-question nito? Si PRRD. Noong binabalasubas na ng House of Representatives, si Inday Sara, isa sa mga retaliation ni PRRD, isa sa mga question ni PRRD. Kasi galit na galit sila sa confidential fund ni Inday, di ba? Na parang, kailangan natin malaman kung paano ginastos sa confidential fund. Sino si Mary Grace Piatos? Ganyan, okay? So, when everybody was singing that song, okay, ang sabi ngayon ni PRRD ay, kayo dyan sa House of Representatives, kayo talaga ang nagtatanong? Samantalang kayo ang pinaka-corrupt na institusyon ng gobyerno. You are increasing your own budget. You are not being asked questions. You are not even liquidating your money sa MOOE ninyo. Dito na natin na-discover na ang laki-laki ng pera ng House of Representatives and part of their MOOE is actually not liquidated in the most acceptable accounting standard. What they do, because of resolution number 10, this includes the this includes the Senate. Okay? This includes the Senate. What you do, pagdating sa mga expenses ninyo, when we say MOOE, when we say MOOE, ang mga kasama dyan sa MOOE nila ay ang, maintenance and other operating expenses. Ang mga kasama dyan ay traveling expenses, professional services, repairs and maintenance. Other MOOE includes advertising expenses, printing and publication expenses. Okay? So yung mga traveling expenses na yan, actually, talaga, isa-isahin natin, Isa-isahin natin. Yung MOOE, ang nakalagay dyan are traveling expenses, training and scholarship expenses, supplies and materials expenses, utility expenses, communication expenses, confidential intelligence and extraordinary expenses, meron din silang ganyan nasa MOOE. Extraordinary and miscellaneous expenses, professional services, general services, repairs and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and premiums and other fees. Other maintenance and operating expenses, which includes advertising expenses, printing and publication expenses, representation expenses, transportation and delivery expenses, rent or lease expenses, membership dues and contributions, subscription expenses, donations, and other expenses that are not included in those other itemized expenses. Yan po ang MOOE nila. At ang MOOE nila, okay? At ang MOOE po nila ay malaking part ng kanilang budget. If you're going to take a look at the MOOE, this is coming from the page of Dare to Ask. If you're going to take a look at the MOOE, of the House of Representatives, tumataas naman talaga yan. Pero grabe ang pagtaas ng MOOE nila sa fiscal year 2022, 2023, and 2024. And ang problem dito, okay, just like what we saw doon sa 2022 na fiscal year, doon kasama sa deliberation yung MOOE kung paano nila ginastos doon kay Lord Alan Velasco, to be fair with him, kasama yan sa proposal nila doon sa kanilang original budget until naaprubahan siya at naging GAA. But for 2023 and 2024, agay ng pinakita ko sa inyo, okay, their additional budget here is not part of the proposal. Pero, ayan, 16.34 yung proposal nila. Ang final budget nila, naging 33.67. Meron silang 17.32 billion na dinagdag sa sarili nilang budget na hindi dineliberate. Okay? Now, it looks like this part of their budget na dinadagdag nila sa sarili nila, big part of that is the MOOE. Okay? It is the MOOE. Ngayon, bakit ba ito importante? Kasi bilyon-bilyon yung at their disposal na pera. Pagkatapos po, because of resolution number 10, this is the resolution signed by the House of Representatives and the Senate, the way that they are going to expend the MOOE ay magpipirma lang sila na, yeah, we spent this amount for travel. We spent this amount for kinembular. Now, we engaged Ping Lacson on this. Na bakit ganyan? Bakit ayaw nyo maglabas ng resibo kung paano nyo ginagastos ang MOOE? Lalo na bilyon-bilyon pera yan. It's not supposed to be confidential. Lalo na kung pambayad ng kuryente yan, pambayad ng mga consultant niyan, it should be public. Diba? Bakit kayo nagbibigay sa mga sarili-sarili nyo ng pera na hindi man lang nadideliberate? Diba? Okay. So yan po yung kino-question ng mga kagaya ko, ni Sas Rogando Sasot, and si Dare to Ask. Dare to Ask actually created her page, okay? Dare to Ask created her page precisely because of this, precisely because of how the legislature is spending their money. Yan yung dahilan kaya nagkaroon ng page tuloy si Dare to Ask. Inisa-isa niya yung lahat. Okay? Up until now, the House of Representatives is not answering our question. 2023 pa namin yan, 2024, 2023 pa namin pinag-uusapan yan. Kaya nga namin sinasabi, hindi nyo pera yan. Mag-liquidate kayo. Asaan ang resibo? Okay? So ngayon po, eto po yung sinasabi ni PRRD, ang kakapal ng mukha ninyo magtanong pagdating sa deliberation ng budget, oh, we have to be transparent, we have to be kinembular, enemirut, ganyan. But who's asking the House of Representatives? Paano nyo ginagastos ang pera namin? Liquidation via certification kayo? Pirma-pirma lang, okay na? Ginastos namin, nakagastos kami ng 200 million for travel. O, asan ang resibo? Nagbayad kami ng 10 consultant. O, asan ang resibo? Look at the lifestyle of the House of Representatives in the 19th Congress. Yung mga geologs, biglang naka-Hermes na. Biglang nagkikinangan ng mga tenga. Biglang ang yayaman na, ang gagara ng mga sasakyan. Paano kami makakasiguro na yung MOOE nyo hindi napunta sa mga luxury cars ninyo, sa mga mamahalin yung mga gamit, sa mga bahay nyong milyon-milyon? And you do not want to be asked. Pag tinatanong kayo anong ginagawa ninyo, pinapatawag nyo kami sa TRICOM. Pinapahiya nyo ang mga nagtatanong. Tinitake down ninyo ang mga pages namin. And like I said, we were called in the TRICOM in February of 2025 because they are saying that we are paid trolls. only to find out that the I Care We Care program of the House of Representatives is paid through their MOOE. And I made a content about it. I showed to you their troll operations through the I Care We Care program. At doon sa mga hindi pa nakakapanood, okay? At doon sa mga hindi pa nakakita nitong sinasabi ko sa inyo, okay? You check my YouTube channel. It is there. Okay? Pinost ko ito para madali nyo makita. Pwede kayong pumunta dito sa mga post ko. Ayan. Ito po yon. Bukod pa dyan, okay? Ang AI company, I think ChatGPT, that is, isang AI company ang nag-confirm na binan nila ang isang PR company dito sa Pilipinas dahil sila ay nagge-generate ng mga troll accounts para i-troll si Inday Sara. So yung Sara Fiona, yung Inday Lustay, these are AI generated troll farming directed against Inday Sara by a Filipino PR firm. Okay? So aside from the fact na meron silang ganito, okay? After talking to a lot ayan. Panoorin nyo, balikan nyo tong content ko na to. Kasi dyan, nag-provide ako ng mga screenshot. So apparently, after talking to a lot, ayan, okay? This is their app. This is their app wherein those participants of I Care We Care are required to respond on specific links. And each open item is a task. Pipindutin nila, magre-react sila, magko-comment sila ng positive or yung kung ano yung scripting na ipoprovide. Kung ano yung specific na task na yon. Pupunta sila dun sa page, dun sa link, and then they're going to react, they're going to say good things. And this operation came from ChatGPT. This operation came from the funding of this activity came from MOOE. Okay? It came from MOOE. Ayan. Teka lang ha. I'm going to show you yung yung sa if I sana na-post ko dito sa Ayan, okay. Operation High Five. Ayan. Ito naman yung Operation High Five. Okay? ChatGPT ito. And ayan. Ayan. Princess Fiona, bakit sa yan, okay? Itong na to, itong troll operation na ito. Ayan. Asan nga yung pangalan ng PR firm na to? Pinangalanan yan dito eh. Wait. A Common Sense Inc. Ayan. So ang ginawa ng ChatGPT, they banned accounts of this Common Sense Inc. Yung mga ChatGPT account related dito sa Common Sense Inc. A commercial marketing company in the Philippines. Ayan. So, sino nagbabayad dyan? di MOOE rin. MOOE rin. 'Di ba? So ngayon, ano yung bakit ko sinasabi to ulit? Bakit ko sinasabi to ulit? Kasi finally, pag nag-uusap nga kami ni offline ni Dare to Ask. Si Dare to Ask, grabe yung pagkadismaya niya eh. Kasi parang, ano ba naman to? Marami tayong mga kakampi, supposedly mga Duterte aligned na, si Yager Tangko ang may-ari ng Com and Sense Inc. na yon. Okay, si Yager Tangko. So ngayon, nakaka-frustrate, no? Kasi talagang nakita na natin kung gaano kabalahura yung House of Representatives. Meron tayong mga kakampi doon, but it's not being the issue was not being attacked head on, 'di ba? Of course, syempre, yung mga Duterte, kumbaga parang sila yung pinag-iinitan eh. Sila yung pinag-iinitan ng bonggang-bongga eh. So, kumbaga parang how can, 'di ba? How can they really nilalamon sila ng lahat ng mga government institutions natin eh, whether legislative or executive, talagang they are all out against any Dutertes. So we were expecting na sana may mga allies naman tayo no na who would also deal with the problem head on. Well, we are very grateful to Kong Ungab, ayan, who's very very consistent when it comes to budget transparency. Okay? But when Kong Leviste started talking about the budget of the House of Representatives, questioning the budget process of DPWH. Sabi ko, tangina, iba to. Iba tong batang to. Matindi tong batang to. He's really shaking the system, ha? And he is the only politician now who is asking precise questions. Real questions na kapag nasagot yung mga tanong niya, it will bring forth changes in the way we conduct our budget processes. So, kaya ko sinasabi to dahil today merong pinost si si Kong Leviste. And sa mga interviews niya sinasabi niya na to eh. Sa mga interviews niya inaano na niya, pinapahagingan-hagingan niya na. Well, actually tinutumbok niya na. Leandro. Tinutumbok niya na. Today, he posted, may mga questions pa siya prior to this, several posts na he's directly, questioning the added budget to the House of Representatives. Na bakit tayo nagdagdag ng budget sa mga sarili-sarili natin? It's unexplained. Bakit after BICAM, nasingit yan? Bakit after, mga ganong etos, babalikan natin mamaya. So ito yung pinaka-recent niya na post. Sabi ni Kong Leviste, isa publiko ang mga benepisyo ng mga kongresista sa masekretong 18.58 MOOE Fund, kabilang ang 2 million Christmas bonus. Nanawagan si 1st District Leandro Leviste ng transparency sa paggamit ng maintenance and other operating expenses ng Kongreso, kaugnay ng 2 million Christmas bonus. And like I'm telling you a while ago, yung pambayad ng iCare WeCare galing sa MOOE yan. And like I said, ang problema natin sa MOOE, hindi yan nililiquidate ng katulad ng mga normal na o acceptable auditing standard. Pera natin yan, ha? Pag MOOE under resolution number 10, joint resolution number 10 ng Senate at ng House of Representatives, certification lang ang required. So there is lack and transparency here. Okay? At ang hindi ko maintindihan, yung mga putang inang gustong malaman kung sino si Mary Grace Piatos, yung information na yan, hindi kayo entitled, pero gusto nyong malaman. Pero itong MOOE ng House of Representatives, hindi ito confidential, pero sinisekreto sa atin, hindi tayo pinapakitaan ng resibo. Diba? For example, itong 2 million bonus na pinagpapamamigay sa mga congressman. Kung di pa sinabi sa atin ni Kong Leviste, hindi natin malalaman. Dagdag pa ni Leviste, lalo pang nakakabahala ang pagtaas ng budget ng Kongreso ng 10.5 billion ng walang sapat na debate, kasama ang 7.8 billion sa pagtaas ng MOOE budget at dapat ipaliwanag kung para saan ito. Iginigiit niya na ang anumang pag-allow sa pondo ay dapat dumaan sa bukas na talakayan lalo para sa kabuoang 18.58 MOOE fund dahil ang kongresista mismo ang makikinabang sa pagtaas ng sariling benepisyo. Can we just give Kong Leviste a hand here? Finally, what we had been talking about for almost 2 years, he picked it up. Yan yung sinasabi namin, exactly. Kayo ang makikinabang dyan sa MOOE na yan. Kayo ang gagastos dyan sa MOOE na yan. Pagkatapos, dadagdagan nyo yung sarili nyo, bibigyan nyo yung sarili nyo ng pera, tapos hindi namin malalaman kung paano nyo ginastos? Diba? Sabi ni RM Infinity Cal, Kong tumanda ng walang pinagkatandaan. Sinong Kong to? Yung Kong, he lambasted Kong Leviste for his call for transparency and accountability. Ang kakapal ng mukha ng mga crocs na yan. Happy New Year. Take care, everyone. Sino yung tumawag sa kanya? Sino yung nag-ano kay Leviste na tinutukoy mo, R Infinity? Si Kong Puno. Si Kong Puno. Ako nasasaktan sa sitwasyon ni Leviste. Ang hirap ng sitwasyon niya, pero proud ako sa kanya. Well, we have to be proud. For Lian Leviste. Sabi ko nga, I could care less kung maambisyon si Leviste. I could care less kung ano ang intention nito ni Leviste. But what he is doing right now, kung masasagot yung mga tanong ni Leviste, because he's asking the right question, yun lang naman yung, sa totoo lang yun ang silbi ng mga kongresista at ng mga senador eh. Ask the fucking right questions. Yun naman talaga, yun ang gusto natin gawin nila. They have to ask the right questions. Kasi, yung mga tanong nila na yan, kapag nasagot yan, it's going to bring forth changes that we want. So ngayon, galit na galit sila ngayon kay Lian Leviste, itong mga nasa Kongreso. Bakit hindi nyo masagot yung mga tanong niya? Diba? Sabi ni Panipuno, uuwi kasi daw sila sa distrito nila, magpa-party-party sa mga barangay. Ha? Grabe, no? Kong Puno, ayan, sabi ni Yeah. Thank you. Gusto nga daw ni Kong Leviste na ma-ethics siya sa interview niya sa SMNI kagabi para mailabas niya daw mga files na nasa kanya para kaya mali si Ridon sa pagsasabing i-ethics si Kong Lian. Yeah. Kasi kung i-ethics complaint siya, sasabihin na why are you saying those kind of things? Ganyan. Well, this is my basis. So what is unethical about it? So let's see what you can do to Kong Leviste. Now, ako, I am all out sa support sa mga ganitong klaseng politiko. Okay? I am all out. Sabihin nila, hindi natin alam, Trojan horse yan. We do not really know, sa totoo lang. We do not really know. Yung mga ganyang klaseng doubts, those are the doubts that we have no way of, verifying. It is kind of skepticism na magtataka, na magdududa ka kung paglabas mo ng bahay mo may papatay sa'yo o wala. So those are the doubts that I cannot entertain right now. Yung sasabihin nila, ay hindi, ganito si Leviste, ganito, ay hindi, kasi nanay niyan, si Lauren Legarda, ganyan. Ay hindi, kasi hindi tayo sure, ganito, ganito. But what he's doing right now is something that that deserves our support. Kasi lahat ng mga tinatanong niya dito, lahat ng mga sinasabi niya na to, dapat magkaroon ng resulta. Dapat suportahan ng taong bayan. Because these are the questions that should be asked in behalf of the Filipino people. And like I said, I would always appreciate a politician based on the risk that they are taking. Yeah, sabi ni Octavia, tama. Support him now that he is doing the right thing and withdraw support when he doesn't. Correct. Ganun lang kadali. Ganun lang kadali. Yung suporta naman natin, hindi man permanent yan. Suporta natin lagi lang dun sa tama eh. Di ba? So if he's doing the right thing, we should support him for doing the right thing. Sabi ko nga, hindi ko ina-expect na magkakaroon no, sa totoo lang hindi ko ina-expect na magkakaroon ng congressman who's going to ask this kind of questions. And sa totoo lang, nawawala na kami ng pag-asa dyan ni Dare to Ask. Nakulang ka na lang magsumamo ka sa mga representatives natin na can you please ask these questions? And for that, I think for the MOOE issue, for the transparency in the budget of the House of Representatives, Lian Leviste is taking the hero role for all of us. Sino ang mangangahas na magtatanong sa House of Representatives na parang, huy, ba't natin dinagdagan yung mga sarili-sarili natin ng pera? Bakit binigyan natin yung mga sarili-sarili natin ng pera? Sabi ni Paul Soke, Joey, di na talaga mababalik page mo sa Facebook. Hindi ko alam. Kasi, ang ganito yung ginawa nila, no? Inano nila yung Facebook ko. Teka ha. Ayan. Ang sabi ng Facebook, dinisable daw nila yung Facebook ko dahil sa copyright infringement. Dahil meron raw na nagreklamo na yung mga picture ko na pinost ay pag-aari daw ni Asis Beck Iminov. Ayan. So ngayon, nag-appeal ako. Those 22 pictures yan. 22 pictures yan. Yung may nag-claim na pictures daw nila. Okay? Tita Milet, kung nanonood ka dito ha, Tita Milet, kung nanonood ka, nareklamo nila Tita Milet yung mga pictures na sinend mo sa akin. Okay? Yung mga pictures na sinend mo sa akin. Si Tita Milet, meron siyang tindahan sa Davao del Sur. Okay? Sa Davao del Sur. Outside Davao City. Okay? So meron siyang ongoing yung Tay Kami Naman signature campaign niya doon sa lugar na yon ni Tita Milet. So ngayon, ito si Tita Milet, every time na merong magpipirma, nagpipicture siya, tapos sinesend niya sa akin. Ako naman, pinapost ko yung mga pictures na sinesend niya. Yun yung mga pictures na kinlaim na copyright ni Asis Beck Iminov. Ay. Tangina, sino ka? Hindi ka Pilipino. 'Di ba? So ngayon, inappeal ko ngayon. Of course, syempre may proof naman ako na hindi yan kay kay Iminov. Hindi yan kay Asis Beck Iminov. Sure na sure ako, yung mga pictures na yan. Kay Tita Milet yan, yung mga pictures na yan. Okay? So, yon. Ang layo ng IQ ni Lian Kikiko at kay Charis. Totoo naman. Yun. 1 month yan bago bumalik, sabi ni Yangski. But the technical review team of Facebook is the one who took down my page. I was allowed to appeal, so I appealed. I know exactly kung sino yung kung sino may-ari ng mga na yan. I know exactly kung sino yung may-ari ng mga photos na yan. And I can present proof. Ganon. So, yun. Buti na lang meron na tayong social media ngayon. Di na nila tayo kayang utuin. Tayong mga tunay na nagmamalasakit mga tunay na may malasakit at pagmamahal sa ating bayan gamit ang mga gamit ang bayarang mainstream media. Di na nila tayo kayang utuin gamit ang bayarang mainstream media. True. So yun, hi Ria Maldita, hello. Yes, ang mga nagtatanong, this is pimple na pinutok ko kagabi. Pimple yan, na pinilit kong putukin. Ay. Dapat Miss Joey, pag masyadong mainit na, deactivate na lang muna ang SOCMEDs para di nila ma-disable at mass reporting. Sabi ni Christian, yan. Hi Bridex, hello, happy new year.